have presented the event and all the volunteers and all the members of the team. So we are going to present our project as near-field RFID tracking for industrial vehicles. So we have designed a project in such a way that the environment should be safe by using which should become the result as a sustainable energy. So we are going to present a RFID tracking system. So our problem statement is discussing on the transportation. Energy is often lost through the stopping, starting and idling the vehicles in the traffic. Although there is a less frequent, energy is also lost in vehicles accidents due to the logistics of craft caring for the incidents as well as the traffic that builds up due to the blocking of roadways. So we are going to get a solution for these energy loss which should be protected in such a way that we are going to create a nodes on the sides of the roads along with that it should be attached with the vehicle also. So by that it can generate the energy, so which is very good for the environment without usage of fossil fuels. So it can help the environment in a better way. So this will be very helpful to the global warming to decrease and good climatic conditions which can change from the brown air to the green air in a span of time. Moving on to the next.
Okay, yeah, our project is we have a detector in the Raspberry Pi, and if you, for example, what we have implemented is that it can detect the car, and once it detects the car, it will send the data to a server about the user ID. Right now it's a prototype because we don't have any data from the car yet. So the user ID, the dummy one, or user ID and the speed of the car and the location of the car will send to the DynamoDB, and the DynamoDB will be available to our mobile app. And if you open a mobile app, you can see a different location of the car. And if you click them, you can see the name. Maybe it's private, and maybe we will make this invisible in future. But you can see the information, detailed information like the speed, location, and the ID of the vehicle, etc. The information. So this project is completed because our teammates about the RFID price not here, so I can directly insert data from there. But instead, I can insert data, show you a demo to insert data from through the directly sending the request to the server. For example, if right now I'm enter a new ID, like my name Dingyi, and I send to the server, and this is the app. If I click refresh, and a new car will pop up. And if you click, you will see the information, my name, and the speed of the car, and also show the location of the car. So that's basically our project.
At first, we were thinking of implementing the system in public transportation as a whole. However, there was no real clear location that would be easy and cost and cheap enough to actually do it. So at first we suggested implement the system into an industrial site because it would be a functional test bed for development. And so that in the future, as the system gets cheaper, you could eventually place onto roads as a whole. It would encourage companies to invest in electric and autonomous vehicles, which would hopefully extend to in the future, and then reduce the amount and severity of accidents. mile. We didn't have enough time to implement these, but we could use blockchain to keep record of times and locations and any accidents, AI to identify issues that take place, machine learning to identify routes for autonomous vehicles, to accelerate implementation, and voice control to increase human and computer action.
Is it question time?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, guys. So transportation logistics, clearly an issue that the world needs to solve. Mechanically, how are you going to register locations of vehicles? Is that a manual card swipe? Because it did say near field, right? So it's not like a distant detection. Would you mind explaining how that would work?
Okay, actually there are more than card swipe. Also there's a sonic distance detector. So it can, maybe in future, if we have more device of in different vehicle, or maybe there's some device in the public, we can through the distance detector and tell them, okay, where you are from there's like a bus stop. There's a device there. You can, okay, between the distance or distance between wheels from other cars, and through this you can get the information like a location. And more important, your distance from other vehicles. If the distance is very small, probably, which means you are in a traffic. Yeah.
Thank you.
Who would pay for it? Who would pay for it
I mean, the investment
to implement?
I mean, the investment plan or
Probably the industry in the small scale, but once it starts getting bigger, it would probably be halfway a mix between the industry of the user and just good in transportation as a whole.
I think this things is more like if every vehicle have, this is a tiny thing. This can be prototype as a basic service which can be provided by every vehicle manufacturer. Like every computer provide an operating system. So if every vehicle can provide a similar device and they can communicate with each other, they can provide much information. We will be very helpful for customers.
Question. So your assumption is that all the transportations are registered to the network by swiping their RFID card, right? So like, how can you enforce them? Like they will voluntarily they register themselves. Like otherwise you will not get to the data about the other car, right? How can you enforce this?
Can I repeat your question? What kind
like, it's depends on the voluntarily you have to register in the network and then like give the information where is your locations and then the other like the neighboring cars locations you need to know, right?
Oh, okay.
So like how can you enforce the neighbor car that like they will register in the network?
I see.
And also, I think you have to have an agreement with all the car companies in the future to implement this technology, or are you imagining customers will take the initiative to add it to existing vehicles? Are you relying on autonomous vehicles to be part of the solution?
Yeah, maybe we can, maybe not a car manufacturer, maybe the car insurance company. Okay, they can provide this to reduce the risk of car accident.
Okay. Can I? add on to things because like it will arise a privacy issue, so like you
Yeah.
can
Yeah. Definitely, we need to consider the privacy issue, and I need the agreement of the user.
Comment for the user interface, or I'm not sure what's going to be used here specifically, but I think just for visual representation, maybe the goal of looking at this huge amount of data that you're going to be having, maybe different user interface might be more helpful. That's just my own visual
Yeah.
idea.